Part of the Greenlit Podcast Network. Find more great shows at greenlitpodcasts.com.
Raymond, here we are. It's 2020 January. We're fresh off of another GDQ. Did you watch any of it?
Right. No.
Okay.
I'm off the train.
I don't typically watch it at home, but I'll put it on at work because people like to check it out. The FF8 run I found fascinating. The FF6 run, of course, was a lot of fun. Some fun glitches on display. I just missed it, but I didn't see a lot of attention given to Dragon Quest, and I want to say that representation matters, and I hope that we can get some more of that in SGDQ. What are your thoughts?
I agree with that. I think Dragon Quest has been woefully underrepresented at those events. And I think people need to learn the ways of it. I mean, listen, Japan's dominated in that scene for years now. They do the RTAs, which is basically their version of speedruns, right? And it's just
right. I've seen Western speedrunners use the term RTA now.
Yeah, but I mean,
in contrast to TAS.
Oh, well, no, it's not TAS.
I just said in contrast to TAS.
Oh, that's right. English words. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Sorry.
There we go.
But yeah, I mean, you're right. Where's the DQ?
You know what? I saw a DQ1 run a couple years ago that was kind of nice.
Basically, the easy one takes like 30 minutes.
Right? Yeah, just manipulate RNG so you dodge everything and everything's a crit. I was very disappointed by the Dragon Quest 3 run last year because I was expecting an honest to goodness run, and then I looked at the timer and I realized the estimate was 45 minutes, and I'm like, oh, he's just going to glitch to the end. That's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see an honest to goodness DQ3 run. Can we do it, Raymond? Let's learn it.
Let's do it. 2020.
All right. That's our wait. My plate's kind of full this year. How do you feel about 2021?
Okay, sure.
All right, cool.
Also, I never finished 3 yet.
What? I wrote a walkthrough. I made maps. It's on our website.
Well, hey, baby steps. I finished Phantasy Star based on your walkthrough.
Okay, well, that's good.
Except for the parts that you missed, but yeah.
Okay, you know what? I'm still sensitive about that.
I'm just kidding. It wasn't even that big of a deal.
Good.
The game already has a map.
Yes, and that map clowned on me by showing those hidden passages, which I didn't know about.
That's right. Big old clown emoji from Rieko Kodama herself.
Yeah, she just sends me a clown emoji.
Yeah.
And says, "Get stuffed, noob."
Yeah. Get good, loser.
Oh, she's really into making like hand sewn crafts, and I hope she just like crochets me a clown that says "Get stuffed, noob."
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure you're on the mailing list.
Yes.
But yeah, more Dragon Quest needs representation here. I was just watching. Now there was a Japanese event going on at the same time, around the same time, called RTA in Japan. They're doing like a real sort of GDQ thing now in Japan. And they were running like, American games, a lot of them. Like Silver Surfer on NES, I just watched.
Oh!
I mean, so if they can do that, why can't, we start moseying in on the on the Dragon Quest scene?
Let's do it!
Now, do you know anything about doing an actual speed run?
What's up? No, I've messed around with Mega Man 4 speedruns in the past because that's the Mega Man that I know the best. And I'm not anywhere near like an actual good time, but I can consistently do sub 60 minutes, which for me is good. All
right, well, yeah, we all got to start somewhere.
Right, and I start with Toadman.
I kind of walked into that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
All right.
Ribbit.
On the subject of DQ, I delivered GDQ a DQ. Disqualification. They're disqualified. That's what. Thank you. Ow. My meniscus.
That's a flower.
Folks, welcome to No More Whoppers. It's our favorite show, don't know about yours. My name is Ray Barnholt, the secret third Akari warrior. And with me as always, the original Visco girl, Alex Fraioli.
I don't know what that is.
Visco's an app. There are teenage girls who got popular because they were dressing up in a certain style. People called them Visco girls, sort of like scene girls, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Just think of emo, but preppier.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
There we go. That's my nutshell explanation. Alex, how's it going?
It's going very well.
Now, I don't know if you heard the thing at the beginning of the track of the show.
I didn't, because you're going to put it in post.
Right? But
right. Oh, you're talking to the audience.
I said you. I'd like for you to play along.
Okay, all right. Yes, I heard that.
Thank you. That suggested that we might be part of a network.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You're doing great so far. Anyway, yeah, that's it's big news here at the No Mobile Compound. We are now part of the Greenlit Podcast Network.
Yes, we were personally invited by Alan Greenspan himself. Is that right?
No. More of a younger, thinner version, Jeremy Parrish.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And less evil.
I hope he updates his business card or resume to say younger, better looking, less evil Alan Greenspan.
Right. Of course, Jeremy had been a part of that Greenlit content company. What are they called? Whatever. Anyway, I said yes. We're part of the network now, which was an easy thing because, a lot of our friends are already on it. Obviously, Retronauts and Hardcore Gaming 101. And they had a show on here I just saw called Alexander's Ragtime Band. I didn't know you had another show. That's good for you.
What?
Congratulations.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I can't believe that launched already. Yeah. I've been plugging away at this piano.
We're just joshing, of course. That's a different thing.
Yes. Oh man! Now that we have new listeners, we have to explain when we're joking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's that too.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, we have to. We got a lot of stuff to do. So this is No More Whoppers.
Hey, newsflash.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, what can we say anyway? I'm Ray. That's Alex. We've been friends for a while.
Welcome, new listeners, and in about an hour, see ya, new listeners.
Yeah. Thank you for your patronage, and goodbye.
Yeah. Why don't we give a brief rundown of what this show is for people who are just joining us?
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
I mean, it's kind of evolved since we started, because
the basic facts have not changed.
That's true.
I live in America. You live in Japan.
Yes, here's the cheat sheet. Ray and I met. We used to write for a fan site in 2001. And then that, maybe it was because of us, but we were the last two hires and the site went under the following April.
It wasn't.
Okay. And then we just kind of stayed in touch and just goofed around a lot. He living on the West Coast, and I was mostly living in Ohio, going to school at the time. Then I moved to Japan, and I taught English for 8 years because I forgot to quit. And then 5 years ago, I opened up a video game bar, and I've been doing that ever since. And we did this show as a way to stay connected and just talk with each other. And I talk about life in Japan and what it's like running a bar, and Ray talks about whatever things happen in California.
You still haven't kept track, have you?
I still have. It's San Jose you're at now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Everybody visit Ray.
Yeah, plenty of things happen in California, like the time that 7-Eleven moved in my town and people didn't like it. And I went to the city hall, the city council meeting. That's right. And I showed up on camera in the audience. And
that was great.
I did that for this show. That was part of my investigative journalism. Began and ended there.
If we had to put together a Nomo highlight reel to illustrate to the audience the kinds of things we get up to, that would be on it. But what else would be on it?
Oh,
I mean, like imagine we were getting married, and at the wedding they show like a slideshow of photos from the past 5 or 6 years. What would be in those photos?
Well, the thing with having a show go on for so long is that all the really good bits kind of happened in the early years.
That you're not selling the show to the new listeners.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I'm just thinking of the time, I purposely fell down from the garbage can.
Oh, yeah.
There's the times that, you visited me and we hung out for a few days and did daily shows.
Right. And you visited me.
Right. The AC dripping.
Yeah, you insisted I turn my room into a meat locker because you're from California and you're a weirdo. Let's see.
And that's just the kind of aggression you'll hear on
when
the
you
show.
Visited my place, did I bring you down to the to Nintendo's Nagoya office? Because it was on my street.
No, you didn't.
Okay. The apartment that you visited when we recorded, on that street is Nintendo's Nagoya office. And if you look inside, it is just a desk and a phone and a seat.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure all it is you call them up like, hey, my son's 3DS isn't working. Can I give it to you? And you can send it off to Nintendo. And they're like, sure, I guess.
Yeah, not quite the prestige of Kyoto there.
Yeah,
Nintendo-wise.
That's right.
But yeah, we mostly just BS, like a good old-fashioned two white guys BSing kind of podcast.
Yeah, but I mean, the whole two white guys doing, talking to each other started off as like a self-deprecating joke when new podcasts would try to classify what they are. And now I feel like it's gotten out of hand. And I think using that even in jest makes us sound awful.
Okay. Well, we could always change it. We could always just change to true crime.
I do like true crime.
Yeah.
But the thing about Japan is it's so peaceful. There's not a lot to talk about here.
Well, yeah. Well, you have been accused of stealing bikes, so.
No, by you!
No, you. The city is after you. The cops.
No, they're not.
They keep stopping you.
Someone did break the basket off my bike recently, though.
Whoa. Aggression.
Yeah,
they really want you out.
They do, and they hit me right where it hurts. The basket.
My groceries.
My basket was like almost entirely rusted through, and then I guess I parked in a way that really set someone off. And I came down the next day, and my basket was just lying on the ground. Like, all right, message received. I'm out of here.
Yeah, no kidding.
But it turns out you can just buy a new one for like $15, and they'll install it for free. So now I'm good. I'm carrying groceries I don't even need. It's fucking rules.
Do they sell those at Bike Off?
Yes, Bike Off.
Yeah,
pretty good.
Well, that's about what you'll expect from the show.
Well, that's about all the time we have for this week.
That's good enough. I just want to say, because we're on the network, any of our longer time listeners don't have much to worry about or anything. Nothing's really going to change. We're just going to do a couple of promos for other shows in the middle, not like live promos. Everybody pre-recorded their own promos. So you might even hear us talking on some other show at some point.
That's right.
One thing that I don't want to do is that while we probably will have some opportunities for advertisements on the show as people sponsor the network and such, I mean, I don't really want to do the 5-minute long middle of the show, live read banter bit where we try and be funny about such and such sponsor and just really drag out the show longer than it needs to be.
I'd say, well, yeah. The only podcast that I think does that well is Freedom. And even then, it's only most of the time.
Yeah. I just want to keep it tight, keep the ads as short as possible, and not have us, joke about it all the time, constantly. Unless, of course, they force us to do that and we have no choice. But for the time being, that's the plan. Okay.
Well, why don't we run through a few practice runs just to see if we got it down? What would you do for an? Could you whip up an ad right now for, let's say, Teddy Ruxpin?
Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah.
Now you want to do it as you mean to do it as I intend to do it.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we can try one, both of us, like improvising one.
Okay. So.
Okay, go.
You mean improvising as in banter, sort of?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Here's what I would like to do. Okay. Here we go.
This is the copy that you received from Mattel. I don't know who made Teddy Ruxpin.
Now I have to improvise copy, but yeah, sure. Thanks. This episode of No More Whoppers is brought to you by Teddy Ruxpin, the bear buddy who has a bountiful bosom of, yeah. That was pretty good, right?
No.
Okay.
Ray.
Now let's do the improv one.
Okay, hang on. All right. Wow, Ray, it's 2020. It's getting cold outside.
That's right, Alex. You know what keeps you warm in these cold winter days?
Geez, I don't know. Some kind of stuffed animal?
Yeah, like a fuzzy warming, like the fuzzy warming presence of Teddy Ruxpin.
Well, okay, wait, back it up. You know what? I like stuffed animals. They do keep me warm. My problem is they're so fucking quiet.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alex. The Teddy Ruxpin has revolutionary technology. It has a little cassette tape player in it, and you put these voice tapes in. Well, they call them voice modules, I believe. And you just push play on the thing, and Teddy Ruxpin will, read you a story or just give you the pre-recorded weather report and so on and so forth. It's endless entertainment for you and your child.
All right. Well, hang on. All I have on hand is the audio cassette version of Stephen King's The Stand. Can I use that?
Alex, I'll tell you what. Great news. Teddy will read it.
What?
You stick that tape in there, and you will hear him narrate the extremely long tale of The Stand.
Okay. What about my answering machine cassette? Can I use that?
Well, if it's a compatible size.
It's a compatible size.
You don't have the micro tapes? Okay.
Because all I want to do is open up a bear and put in a cassette and close it and hit play and just hear, yeah, it's Steve. Just call me back.
Well, that's the magic of Teddy Ruxpin. You can use
that's amazing.
Any audio cassette.
Holy shit.
And
all right, cool.
And here's what else. For right now, we're offering our listeners 20% off their first Teddy Ruxpin order. You get a membership welcome kit with the Teddy Ruxpin Bear unit and 3 vocal modules that include Little Red Riding Hood, a dramatic retelling of the Bears versus Broncos in the championship game, and Dr.
Bob
Ruth's
Seger's
greatest hits. Damn it!
Oh, yeah, fuck! All right, I'm reading outdated copy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So just go to ruxpin.gov. Use use
code Alex.
Use promo code I'm Alex to receive 20% off and get those 3 free adult films. I'm Alex. All right. That was pretty good. That was one take. We did it.
Yeah. Well, needed some work, but yeah.
What? No.
So yeah. Well, it sounds like great new horizons for us. At least we're excited. You should be too.
Yes, we're good. You're good. We're all good. We're good together. We all go good together. Just keep hanging with us, and we'll have fun.
And like I said, it was a natural fit. Obviously, with people like Retronauts who I already work with and know already. It's like they offered us to join them, and it's like, yeah, sure, why not? It's not like anyone important or big is going to offer us, but together we have the potential to be even bigger than the big guys.
That's true. Name a big guy.
Earwolf.
Okay. That's multiple guys, but whatever.
Well, it's a symbolic, the big guy.
Oh, it's a collective.
The big guy of the industry.
I get it.
Yeah.
Well, all right. That'll be fun.
We could even take down, listen to this.
ISIS?
I was just going to say NPR, but you had to take it to a weird place.
Why not both? Why not?
Why not both? You know what? I haven't heard any of their podcasts, but
they're probably not great. Yeah,
they're a bit sporadic, much like us.
Yeah. Wait, are we talking about ISIS or NPR?
Yeah, ISIS.
Okay. I like some NPR shows. I don't want to take down NPR.
I'm so glad you didn't say I like some ISIS.
I like some of their shows. They did a 3-hour special on Pocky and Rocky. I don't know why.
That's something we should also mention to our new listeners, is that we're not really a video game show, but we do like video games, and we come from that world, obviously. We're part of the Retronauts crew and all that, but we don't try to talk about video games. It just comes up naturally.
There's usually some video game talk in every episode.
Sometimes movies. Marvel movies. You like those? I heard nerds like those.
Yeah. Check it out. Insect Man. He's a good one.
Right.
I did have some brief video game talk. If you'll let me go on.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't.
Well, I'm gonna.
People shouldn't think of us as a gamer podcast.
Okay.
We just do whatever feels good.
I'm curious about this FF7 situation. So the game has been delayed. The remake's been delayed.
Yeah, correct.
Was there a demo leaked?
Yeah.
Okay. How and is it good?
Is the demo good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks good.
Okay. All right.
The thing is that people surreptitiously got it off one of Sony's content servers, because I guess people monitor like what goes up in the database somehow, and then people were figuring out how to download it, but it could only be played on hacked PS4s. So that's how people were doing it.
Oh, fun.
And it's not officially released yet, and maybe not ever. Who knows?
Oh boy.
Might be nice though. I'd like to play it.
And I saw this in a tweet yesterday. We have our man Alex in Hokkaido mentioned there was a rumor. There's so many. The plural is Alices, by the way. He mentioned there was a rumor that Tetsuya Nomura was getting canned. I don't know how true that's going to turn out to be. Yeah, he mentioned this in a tweet yesterday. There were rumblings that Nomura might be fired, and oh boy, I feel like it would be like Square just losing a whole bunch of dead weight, and they could actually spend the money to hire people who are going to work. You know what I mean?
But who said that? Where did that rumor come from?
I don't know. I just saw it in a tweet yesterday, so the source is nothing. But okay. Man, oh man. I'm on board if that's true, because I'm not a fan of Nomura.
I think I got the idea that people think he was like completely in charge of the entire project of the remake, which I do not think is even partway true.
No.
Certainly he had more to do with Kingdom Hearts 3, for example, but I don't think he was like...
But I was going to say, Kingdom Hearts 3, the disappointment of Kingdom Hearts 3 immediately followed by whatever he's not doing for this can't make him look good, is what I'm saying.
I don't even know what disappointment you're talking about.
Did you play Kingdom Hearts 3?
Well, no, but I think people were largely fine with it.
Not people I talked to, which amount... I'll give you a rough estimate. Of the people I talked to who played Kingdom Hearts 3, exactly 100% of them were not amazed by it.
All right, whatever. But
a lot of people had a lot of complaints. It dragged on. It was boring. I've never been a Kingdom Hearts fan, so I didn't play it.
Yeah, me neither. So I don't really. I'm not saying I have any sort of context or expertise. But the Kingdom Hearts fans I talked to here in Japan, some of them Japanese, some of them not Japanese, they all agreed it was a letdown. Okay.
I'm just saying. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the reviews were like, but I guess
also does not completely lie on the shoulders of Nomura because
no, it doesn't. But like, why do they keep him around? What does he do?
He designs characters.
Is that it?
I think he's technically still a contractor, by the way, because he has to be credited on basically every piece of art that is produced.
Oh, right.
So I believe he is technically a contractor to them. So I don't think, like, if he's fired, it would be very swift. But they're not going to do that because he is basically still a figurehead at the company now. And has been for, 20 plus years by now.
Has been is right.
So I think people say, oh my god, can you believe this remake stuff? Oh, I heard he was fired. It's getting pretty bad. It's like, well...
Okay, are you mocking me? Because that's not what I said.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm mocking the public, that's all.
Thank you. Oh, the public. Chris Kohler made a tweet, I think it was last year, that I loved, which was Tetsuya Nomura. This was when Kingdom Hearts 3 was like struggling to come out on time. He said they should just like invite Tetsuya Nomura to a big auditorium, bring him up on stage, give him an award that's just a zipper that says thank you for your service, and send him on his way. Sure. Yeah, I've never, like, even since 97, I've never liked his character designs. That was around the time when I would often see art for, like, FF7 and another Square games, and there would always be, like, the official sterile Nomura art, and then if you look hard enough, you could find, like, the Yoshitaka Amano, the beautiful versions of it, and I'm always like, this is a lot better! Why are you pushing this regular boring-ass dude who just... I just look at Cloud and I just see his dead eyes, and I'm like, I don't like this dude.
Well, the word you're looking for is marketable.
There we go.
All right. Because Yoshitaka Amano art is not.
But it's, yeah.
Also, he drew a pretty dorky Cloud.
That's true, but... I mean, let's not forget it was Amano's portraits that were in FF6, freaking 6, and they show up like you even on the SNES you could tell, oh, that's an Amano picture, and it looks pretty good digitized.
But that's
so like he's been in the games. What?
Yeah, it was a sliver of that game, but I'm just splitting hairs.
You are.
Again, we don't do a lot of video game talk on this show, but I just want everybody to know that we may bring it up from time to time.
Yes, let me run down what else I got going on. FF14, I let my subscription lapse. I'm coming back next month for the new update. Here's the thing. I'm playing FF9 right now because I wanted to play FF7, but apparently Sony doesn't believe that I own it anymore.
What happened?
There's no record of me owning the license for the digital version of FF7 anymore on PSN, which I 100% did buy.
All right. Did you switch to the right account? Because I know you have two accounts, right?
I have two accounts. I have a Japanese account and an American account, and the version I bought was in English, and I played through it on the PS3. I played through it on the PSP as well, and I looked through my purchase history, and it's gone. It's not there.
Right. Folks, this is the other part of the show where I do tech support for Alex.
Yes, thank you. Hi, my name is Alex. My account number is 56808 7152.
Alex, what's going on?
Well, as I said, FF7 apparently is not mine anymore.
All right. You checked your library section of the PS4?
I checked the library, and I checked my purchases, checked previous transactions. It is, and I went to the store, and instead of download, it says $5.99.
All right, and you're sure you did buy that remaster that they
Yes.
came out with?
No, I didn't buy a remaster.
Well, the PC version.
No, I did not buy that.
Then you didn't buy it. What are you talking about?
What? Yes, I did 9 years ago on PS3.
Oh, well, you can't play it on PS4.
I'm not trying to. I'm trying to play it on my Vita.
Oh.
You dip. Here comes the dip. Hey, spoilers, it's you.
Well, that's me.
Where's that drop? God damn it. There it is.
I am Jackie Chan.
Here comes the dip. Here comes the dip.
There it's you.
Alex.
Gabagool.
Thank you. So yeah, here. Okay, let me back it up. Let me try to be more clear about this.
No, I get you downloaded the PS1 version.
I'm going all the way back to the beginning. So in 2006, I came to Japan. I got
1997. I saw a preview for Final Fantasy VII.
I got a job with Nova. Nova went under in 2007. I was still owed 3 months of unpaid work. In 2000, oh god, the story's choking me up.
Yeah.
Years later, the government stepped in and paid us back unpaid wages. I used those wages to buy a new TV and a Wii and a PS3. And the first thing I bought on that PS3 was the PS1 Classics version of Final Fantasy VII in English on my North American account, of which I have only one. I played through it on the PS3. Later, when I bought a PSP, I put it on the PSP. I played it on that. Flash forward to today. My friend Sebastian, twitch.tv/Taurinensis, that's Taurinensis. He raises money for the Alzheimer's Association. They're trying to cure it, not cause it. He's playing right now a no materia run of FF7, and I put his stream on when I'm at work because it's fun to watch. And I thought, holy shit, that looks fun. I want to try a no materia run. I know I have my copy. Where is that thing? I look it up on every machine I own. It is not there. It is gone. And I don't know what to do. You know what? I haven't looked on the PS3 yet, and a lot of the stuff that turned up in a search was if you go back into your PS3 where it was originally downloaded, and there's some option to like reactivate licenses, it might show back up. But I haven't done that. I'm going to do that tonight when I go, because the PS3 is at work. I'm going to do it tonight.
You didn't like change consoles or anything. You didn't like get a new PS3 in the middle of all this or anything.
I've only had the one PS3.
Okay.
I will have an update on this tonight after I get to work.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's
tell me what.
Several ways to play it without paying money.
What? Wait, no, yeah, but I don't like doing that.
All right. Didn't you just ask me to buy you a PlayStation Classic?
What's up?
Which has FF7 on it anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right. Did I ask you to do that?
Yeah, we were talking about it on the show. I think last time. So I said they still sell them in America really cheap, and you were like, "What? I can't get it anymore here." And you were like, I was like, well, maybe I'll get it for you if you ask nicely. And I didn't.
And then I forgot to, and then I asked rudely.
Yeah, yeah, which is typical for you.
Give me the fucking PlayStation, nerd.
Yeah.
So wait, back it up though. How much? You said the American one was like on sale, or it was super cheap.
Well, it was. They may not have it readily as available in stock.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Did I miss Black Friday?
Yeah, you did.
Shit.
But I do actually have two of them, and I have an extra one that is not even opened. So
I have a question though about the hardware itself. I know there are issues with the European one. And was it just the European one?
No, you're talking about the Western one, basically. There's the Western one and the Japanese one.
Okay. Is that a problem on the hardware side, or is that like the game's problem?
It's the software.
It's the software.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking, I want to do it this and the SNES Mini and the NES Mini. I'm keen to open them up and throw some other games on those SD cards. If I do that though, with the North American one, are they going to run fine, or are they going to be wonky?
Yeah, here's the thing. The whole hacking the PlayStation Classic is that you can completely bypass the stock emulator on it and install a completely different emulator that runs things much better.
Hey.
Or as it should.
All right. Well, man. Can I keep the same interface, though?
Yes.
Good. Because, I don't just want, like, a Raspberry Pi that's shaped like a PS1, you know?
Yeah, you will have to use, like, an external storage. Like, just like a thumb drive or something.
Okay. Like, all the time? It has to stay in there?
Yeah, for the additional games. I believe so.
Get out of town.
I really don't know. They've made some strides in the past year or two. There's, like, different methods to do it. I really don't know how advanced it's become. But, last I knew, you still have to have like some sort of, USB thing inside for your extra games.
That's fine. I'm all right with that, I guess.
That's it. And of course, you can just steal it normally.
Yeah, I don't like doing that though. And not necessarily for any moral reason. It's just that, and I don't know why, but I've felt this way for literally decades. If I'm playing like an RPG, I think it's RPGs in particular. I want it to be on original hardware on a television, and not on an emulator. And I don't know why. For some reason, in the back of my brain, it legitimizes it more if I know that I'm playing an authentic copy because I'm putting so much time into the game if it's an RPG.
Alex, you know what? There's no better time for you now to get into that.
What do you mean?
The whole hoopla now about retro gaming and making sure you get the best possible picture and making sure you can use original hardware in the best possible manners.
No. Stop.
This is your moment, man. Get in on it.
It's not even about the best possible picture because I'll still play.
I'm not talking about that either. I'm just, you said original hardware. You like having that experience. I understand.
Yes. And you know what? Okay. Let me amend that. Not even original hardware, authentic first party hardware. So like, I'm okay playing on the SNES Classic.
But yeah.
But for some reason, playing FF6 on an emulator at my computer, I don't like at all.
Here's the thing,
I can't illustrate why exactly.
I think I know why.
Tell me.
And I've said this before. I think when a lot of people say they love having the experience of the original hardware, they really love the original controller.
That makes sense.
That's where the muscle memory is. That's where the memories are coming from, is that feeling of holding that original controller. I'm speaking now.
Okay.
And that is, I think, where the electrons get fired in the nostalgia core. Exactly. And I think that's what you want. That was the sound of it, yeah. I heard it. Yeah, I know. That's what we're saying.
Here's the thing, though. I have a USB NES pad. I have a USB SNES pad. That's not the issue.
But do you use it to play things on the TV?
No, I use the actual hardware for that.
Well, once you do that, it might change your perception, is what I'm saying.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in agreement.
Okay. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm just trying to help you understand things.
There's something that's, I guess since I've been a kid, I've always associated first party hardware with reliability as opposed to emulation.
Too, is that, you can get a PSIO device where you put all these disk images on, and it just hooks into the old Game Shark port on the back of the PS1, and you can just play them on the original hardware.
That's neat.
Yeah. Requires a couple of wires to be soldered, but I did it fine.
Well, good for you.
I could do it for you for $500.
Collar tug.
Well, that's the price you pay for quality.
I don't need quality.
All right. Well, that's my friend price.
I just need you.
Cut to credits.
Oh, wait, hang on. I have credits music. There we go. Guys, thanks for listening. It's been great. All right.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay. So that's pretty much all I got for Game Talk. Now I'm playing FF9 because I can't play 7. 9 is more fun than I remember. If you play with a guide, guess what? When I was in high school, I played with the bullshit Brady Games guide, as I bet a lot of us did, and did not enjoy the game the first time through, and sort of wrote it off after that.
I did not.
Well, fun.
Yeah, all right. Well,
wait, real quick. After 9, I want to take another crack at that FF6 perfect file I was going for last year, because I got about halfway through and I fucked up something small, but I fucked it up, which means the file will no longer be perfect, and that's unacceptable to me. So, I mean, this is how I quote-unquote platinum Final Fantasy VI, is to do a perfect file.
You sounded kind of like you were asking my permission to do it.
No! And as far as I know, as far as I know, the only way to do a true perfect file is to play it on a 1.0 cartridge, which I have.
Oh my God.
But yeah, because you need to be able to glitch the Ragnarok sword into your inventory, because you can't get the sword and the Esper. And the version on the SNES Classic is 1.1, where they fix that. They fix the sketch glitch, so you can't do that anymore.
Good.
So I have a 1.0 cartridge on which I could do it, but one of the reasons that this run is so feasible on an SNES Classic is because you can constantly rewind when you fuck shit up. And in that run, guess what? You're fucking shit up all the time. So I'm gonna go for as perfect a run as I can on a 1.1 version of the game.
And you're here wondering why you're so particular about wanting to play on original hardware. Do you think maybe you're just an ornery fuck?
Yes! Oh my god, you cracked it.
Perhaps.
You figured it out.
I have to play the most mathematically perfect Final Fantasy VI run or my life will not be complete.
I didn't say that, although that's kind of what it is. Yeah,
finding true love was not the answer. It, in fact, was the perfect FF6 run.
Available at Walgreens.
How's your wife doing?
Because that's she's great. Because that's a large part of the run is running from every battle because you're supposed to maximize your stat bonuses on level up. So like you're not supposed to level until the second half of the game. And I did that. You can level up in certain spots once you get the espers. And I got to the World of Ruin with everybody at like level 12. And then I fucked something up and I have to start over.
Once again, not a video game podcast.
I know. Check it out. Sports. Hey, I watched Wrestle Kingdom. What?
Alex,
What's up?
What did you do during the Christmas break? That's why we took the month off. We were here.
That's
on
true.
Christmas. You went back to Pittsburgh to hang with the
fam.
fam.
I went home.
I had fam hanging out here, so.
You had fam?
Yeah.
Fam fun, we call it. Went home for the Yuletide, ate a lot, just did my usual thing. We went to a place called Top Golf, which is a driving range, but you hit targets. That was kind of fun. I have not golfed in a long time.
It literally sounds like a mini game in Yakuza.
It was, yes. Out just outside of my range of hearing, I could hear Kiryu-chan. And but that did not deter me from hitting golf balls, and that was pretty good.
Not bad.
You know what's weird is my flight over was so alarmingly smooth that I was absolutely convinced that my flight back was just going to head right into the ocean.
My goodness.
Because I showed up, I went to check in, and my tickets were booked in a hurry, so I didn't see what my seats were. So, like, I check in when I get to the airport. I'm like, hi, I don't know what my seats are, but can you get me an aisle seat? Because I like the aisle seat on the international flight because, I'm just really into peeing.
You're a freak.
I am.
You're a piss freak. That's why.
The woman's like, there's a row in the back of the plane with nobody in it. You can have that aisle seat. I'm like,
whoa.
Okay. So I had a whole row to myself in the back of the plane. That was great. And when I got my bag at my destination, it was the first one out of the chute, which I've never seen before.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
On the plane, you choose Delta. Delta's trying to step up its food game, and I guess it's better than it was. And I wanted a very specific entree and a very specific appetizer. Don't let these fancy names make it sound, like it was a lot. I mean, it's still airplane food. You can choose one of 3 appetizers and one of 3 entrees, and I was the last one to be served on the plane. And the woman's like, sorry, you don't have a choice. This is all that's left. And it was the exact 2 that I wanted. So I'm like, yes,
Christ.
this is the best flight I've ever, like, outside of first class, it's the best flight I've ever been on.
Now, wait, I do have a little question.
Go.
You went on this trip solo?
I did, yeah. My wife could not get the time off work.
Okay, that's a shame.
Because she works for a Japanese company, she had to beg and plead to get 1 week off to come to our own wedding in August.
Yep.
So there's no chance she was getting this time off. In my case, as I am self-employed, all I have to do to take time off is just not make money.
Right.
So I was just closed for about a week or 2, and now I'm back at work.
You did do some funny theatrics where you went and asked the boss, which was yourself, and you did a little funny one-man show. That was quite cute.
That's true, yes, in front of the mirror. That was really fun. I'm probably wondering why I've called me in here today. Yeah. No! Yes!
Well, I gotta say, my mom visited us for about a week during Christmas, and her...
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because my in-laws were here for the entire month, and... my mom joined us just before Christmas, and her flight did not go as well. But still not super terrible or anything. But basically, she came in from Seattle to San Jose. Seattle had like a really bad baggage problem. Everything got jammed up or something. So her bag didn't make it. That was kind of a bummer. not something I'm used to. I never actually had that happen to myself before, so I didn't really know what to do, but there was a little office right next to the thing, and it was fairly smooth. A lady, as we were waiting in line, a lady with an iPad came in and helped us right then and there, so that was nice. The next day, it was there in the afternoon, and it was fine. But still kind of a bummer. She went back home, a week later, or a few days later, and she told me that as soon as she got on the plane back home, someone wanted to get off, so they were delayed for like an hour. I don't know. Maybe someone freaked out. So
do you know what song pops in my brain anytime that shit happens to me in real life?
I'm afraid not, no. Oh, that. Yes, of course. That is...
Every single time. It's my version of the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme.
Yeah, that's our second theme song at this point.
Yeah.
Not too bad, but could have been better for her. But during that time, or, as she was here, we went to Great America, which is a teeny little theme park here in the Bay Area. It's just up the road a bit. Yeah. It's, comparable in size to a Six Flags, but still not on the same level.
So it's like a 5.5 flags.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Maybe even 3.5.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that great. But they have a thing called Winterfest where, they open it up at night and they have, all the crazy Christmas decor around. And it was mostly, I did it as, it was my idea to take my mother-in-law there because she is into Christmas stuff. She loves that whole Christmas sensibility and everything. Mom. Yeah. She's maybe classic Asian mom. I don't know. Cause, it's not really a thing over there. So.
Wait a minute. Did you import a mom?
Well, yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, are Asian moms also NTSC? Is that a thing?
I don't think so. Not in Vietnam, no.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
I don't actually know.
NTSV?
Yeah. So, well, she was enjoying all that. My mom and I were basically sarcastic about the rest of it because we are two very similarly jaded people. Of course, I get it from her, but we were just plodding along with the rest of them. Going around basically the loop of the whole area, and we capped it off with a stage presentation. They do a hourly stage presentation, which was like a 20-minute, mercifully 20-minute little kiddie presentation where a bunch of people dressed as elves do some sort of story about an elf who has to take over for Santa, and then he does, and it's good. But all this happens in like 20 minutes, so it's not exactly a lot to take in.
That's beautiful. I love a good nativity reenactment. That's good stuff.
No, what was it called? It was called Tinker's Toy Shop. Tinker was the name of the elf.
No, it's Gary Oldman in Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
I'm afraid not, Alex. This was different. This was not on the same level. This was
Tim Allen in The Santa Claus.
This was family entertainment, and by family I mean small children.
Tim Allen in Jungle to Jungle.
All right. Well, I
who was in Krippendorf's tribe? Who was in Krippendorf's tribe? I love being hairless. All right, go on.
Name the actor.
I love being hairless. Was it fucking no? It was the guy. Jaws. Mr. Holland's Opus.
Dreyfuss.
Richard Dreyfuss. Yes. After Jaws, they call him Richard Wetfuss.
I feel like you keep forgetting who it was in Krippendorf's tribe, and that's like a thing of this show.
Yeah.
I think it came up like months ago, and you also didn't know, and I had also remind you.
Because we did. I think because we did Krippendorf's tribe for Cinema Sukiyaki.
Yeah, that's right.
And that came up. I can't remember.
And you still screwed up.
God damn it!
Anyway, that was the lame little theme park. We also went and saw a Cirque du Soleil production in San Francisco.
Ooh.
Well, it was worse than the one I had went to before, which was a different production. Different, because they do different, like, actual stories.
Okay.
So to speak. And this was like based on an older one from a few years ago, and it wasn't as good.
Okay, well, there's no reason to be a jerk to Soleil.
Well, maybe they deserve it. Of course, you can appreciate some of the acrobatics and everything because that's part of what it is. It's the Cirque of Soleil.
Thanks.
And
they really put the Cirque in Cirque du Soleil.
So there was that. We went out for a fancy French dinner as well.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, fun.
Not related to Cirque du Soleil, but that was a different day. We went to that dinner on Christmas Day because we couldn't...
Cirque de Gourmet. Okay, go on.
I love it.
Thank you.
That actually sounds like a different thing in Seattle. Oh boy, I won't even go into that. That was basically it. And then we had Christmas.
Well, that's fun. Sounds like you had a great time.
And one of the last things we did was go to Alcatraz.
Oh God, what did you do?
Walked around for like 90 minutes, and then her parents got tired, and then we left. But fun fact. It was the first time I'd been to Alcatraz in 30 years.
Wow. So you were interred as a child. Wait, that sounds like you're in a grave. Is that the term? Imprisoned? Not interred. People are not interred in prisons, are they?
I don't know exactly.
Okay, what did you do to be put in Alcatraz?
Well, back in the day, my sister had moved to San Jose. And so we went to visit her in the summer of 1990. And she took us all around the bay, basically.
So wait, that would be just before your 7th birthday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? I'm up on my Ray lore.
Thanks. Yeah, you got it nailed down.
Because just like me, you're a...
Leo!
No. Oh, you're not? Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, you're a month before me.
I'm on the last day of Gemini.
What is that? Gemini. Yeah, there's 2 of you and you shoot lasers.
Bouncy lasers.
Thank you.
Yeah, so back then I only remember... I mean, we did go to Alcatraz, but I only remember being on the ferry. Because I got a Coke on the ferry.
Wow.
So I relived that experience 30 years later. How about that?
That's a big day.
And, yeah. All in all, a rather easygoing holiday for me. Maybe not so much for you just because of travel, but also just, I don't know, family pressure, maybe? Were they nice to you? Were they nice to you back over there?
Yes.
Okay, good.
It sounds like your family was nice. Bully for you. Holidays are a magical time. Ray, I think we're long overdue for a break.
Maybe, yeah. I don't even know.
Well, we usually break every half hour, don't we?
I mean, we can break whenever. We have to do 2 promos. We have to put 2 promos somewhere in this episode. So I don't know if we should take 1 break or 2 breaks anymore or what.
Oh, what do you want to do? Just stick them in the middle of a conversation? Actually, yeah, because I've started listening to. Is this in the show, or are you cutting this out?
I don't. Do you want it out?
No, let's. You know what? Let's show the kids how shows are made.
This is surface level inside baseball. Who
yeah, that's true. All right. I started listening to. One of our fantastic platinum listeners, Jason, visited the bar recently. Not Nagoya Jason, but the
there's
other
like
Jason.
80 Jasons.
There's 2 Jasons.
Okay.
And he, I introduced. We always trade podcasts that we're listening to, and he recommended Roderick on the Line, which is a John Roderick and Merlin Mann's show where they just kind of it's basically No More Whoppers, but it's a little bit older and sadder. And
wow,
man, I have never in my life. You know how when you hear somebody's voice and you have a mental image of them, and then you look up a picture and you're like, oh, I was way off. Yes. This is the first time I've ever been 100% right. And it was, John Roderick looks exactly like he sounds. But I like that show. It's pretty good.
Okay.
So I think we should take a quick break.
All right.
Because that would be great.
Quick breaks are good.
And 3, 2, 1, break.
But we just missed it.
In this quarter on the Greenlit Podcast Network, Chris Sims and Matt Wilson. And in this quarter, VHS oddities, confusing animation, and modern not-so-classics.
Plus snacks, movie fighters.
We watch movies and beat them up.
Hey, do you enjoy your commute but want to make it a little worse?
It's real dumb. We hate ourselves.
Hey guys, you ever like something? Well, you won't in this case.
Men Like That. A podcast.
Folks, we're back. It's No More Whoppers. I'm Ray. That's Alex.
Hi.
Alex, I have good news from school.
Go.
And again, for our new listeners, I'm going back to school. And
Rodney Dangerfield.
yes, just as funny.
Cool. Wait, we're talking about ladybugs, right?
No.
Okay.
No, stupid Caddyshack. Going to golf school.
Oh, we call it ghoul.
Anyway, for fall, I got straight A's.
Wow, nice. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm especially surprised that I got an A in that crappy, stupid logic class from the bad teacher guy.
Oh, yeah.
But apparently I did just enough to satisfy him, and there we go. I do not mean that in any sort of sick way.
This was the guy who was disbarred, is that right?
That is correct. The teacher was a disbarred lawyer who is still hanging around the school for reasons unknown.
Hey, do you think when they kicked Roseanne off her own show, the headline said she was disbarred? Or the show was disbarred? I gotta go.
I didn't. Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna say no. Anyway.
Okay. So when does your next semester start?
At the end of the month.
Nice.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, most of those classes this time are online, so I can stay home a lot of the time and
that's nice.
Work on this show.
Right?
Yeah, we got a lot of plans.
Do we?
I
got nothing.
I wanted to. I don't know.
I wanted to install. I want us to install a deck in the back of the house. I think that would be nice.
Right. Yeah. Got to buy some varnish.
You wanted to, I hate this term, but you insisted on installing a man cave.
I gotta put this Pac-Man cabinet somewhere.
But you don't have a basement, so you said we have to dig a basement. I said, Raymond, that's incredibly unsafe, under a house that already exists. And you said, fuck the man. And then I bought a whole bunch of shovels, and they're still in the trunk of your car. So what the fuck are you doing?
I'm getting to it. Get off my back.
All right. I can't. I love that back.
Oh. He's no Claude Aikens, but what about?
I think my coffee just kicked in.
Anyway, I got an A in that class. I got an A in both of the science classes. Feeling pretty good. Again, I just did it all correct.
Can you either confirm or debunk that science rules?
Well, yes, but I don't like Bill Nye, so no.
Oh, okay. Man, I went to see Detective Pikachu. This is an old story.
Okay.
But before I saw it, my buddy Tom told me that Bill Nighy was in the movie, and he didn't show up in the movie. And then after the movie, I realized, he was talking about British actor Bill Nighy.
Oh, my Lord.
Who is in the movie. And I was fully expecting Bill Nye. I was fully expecting a science guy in the Pokemon universe.
Yeah.
And he didn't. I was expecting him to play Professor Oak. That didn't happen.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's on Tom.
You know what? It is.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
No, I didn't mean that.
Tom, I love you.
No, he's fine. I just meant, you know,
that
was his responsibility to clarify who he meant.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a Beekman man.
I'm a Beekman man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fun.
Anyway, back to school.
Back to Skull.
I did what I usually did with most of my papers, is because I'm a good enough writer. I just did stream of consciousness, and I followed as many of that idiot's guidelines as I could, and he gave me an A-, but apparently...
Oh, fuck off.
But the school only gives you A's without pluses or minuses. You only get the letter grade the whole letter grade, so I still got an A.
Nice.
On my record.
I think it helps that you have 20 years of experience writing.
Yes, absolutely.
Most of that in a professional capacity.
Especially following, and particularly following style guides.
Yeah, there's always that.
Yeah, but still, I mean, even as I was doing it, I was like, boy, is this still going to be it? Is this still going to be enough for him? Because it really did sound pretty rigid, and it was 45% of the class grade. So not a small chunk of the whole thing. Yeah. But it worked out okay for me. I do feel bad though, because this is California. There are a lot of, kids who are second generation and probably don't know English all that well, or at least just don't know how to write all that great. And this guy's here putting all these rigid restrictions of things that are based on things that he won't even fucking teach in the class because he's such a scatterbrain. And, I feel like a lot of people just get left in the dust, and that sucks.
From judging from your description, my mental image of this guy is Will Ferrell doing Harry Carey. Is that accurate in any way?
No, more like Harry Carey doing Harry Carey.
Oh wow, okay.
No, I mean he has this big beer gut sort of guy. So
okay,
I'm at the point now. I can show you his website and show you how insane this crazy thing is.
I'm good.
I just want to communicate that it is a humongous wall of text that has all of his information splattered on one humongous webpage, and it is insane. Hi. Go ahead.
I'm thinking back to my college experience, and as a creative writing major, I took a lot of writing classes, and one of the things that I hated the most about that was always peer review, where especially like in my poetry class, poems poems are short, so we would just read them aloud in class and then critique each other. In my short fiction class, short stories are a little bit longer, so we would have to print out a dozen copies of our story and then hand them out to the whole class, and the class would read them and come back the next day with notes. And I remember I hated the peer review process so much because there was always a couple of idiots in the class who would think they're correcting you, but they're actually not.
Yeah. Oh, it's Twitter.
Yes, it's pretty much
Twitter now.
It's IRL Twitter.
Yeah.
I wrote a story about this was after I studied in Japan, so we were supposed to write like a story that's based on an experience we had, but not about us specifically.
My Perfect FF6 Run by Alex Fryoil.
Raymond, that happened later. So I'm like, all right, I just spent 6 months studying in Japan. I'll use that experience to write a short story. And in the story, I was describing the subway station, and I was describing how the names of the stations are written in kanji, hiragana, and romaji. And I wrote down, I said something like, below the Japanese alphabet of hiragana, you can see the transliteration written in English characters. And some butt ass thought that I just made up the word transliteration and crossed it out and wrote translation. And I'm like, no, I know what this is.
Jesus Christ.
I know what the word is.
Oh my God, that's great.
Get out of here. Stop, don't cross my shit out.
Yeah. They give us some peer review stuff in high school. Oh. And that was like, give me a fucking break. And that was kind of like a trial by fire for me. So I'm just like, oh, fuck all of you.
Yeah, it's always the worst.
I don't remember doing it last time I went to college, though. But yeah.
Even, even teacher review is sometimes the worst.
Yeah.
Like, I know I've mentioned this before, but my creative writing class in high school, we're supposed to write a paper on something that we're interested in. And mine was, and you're going to think this is a joke, but I actually wrote it about FF6.
Okay.
It was about RPGs. It was about JRPGs in general, but a big focus of the paper was like FF6 and Suikoden 2. It was Xenogears, everything that had just come out or had been out for a few years at that time. And I got an A on it, but my teacher's note at the end was like, wow, very interesting. Have you considered reading books?
Oh.
And I'm like, but I do that too, though. I can do two things. You asked me, I'm choking on my own rage. You asked us to write a paper on the thing that we're most passionate about, okay?
Yeah, but you had to get a jab in there.
I like books, but it's not number one. Ironically, her name, the teacher's name was Miss Sega.
Oh, her, yes. Okay, great.
Yes, yeah. I believe she got married to the chemistry teacher, Mr. Hitchens, so I think she's Mrs. Hitchens now.
All right. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, just had to get that jab in there.
School's fun!
I wanted to mention, it's on me for choosing the bad teacher, because I just, gambled. I just rolled the dice on a class and didn't really do any research. But now, I actually looked at the sites where you can rate your professors, and I'm looking at the highest rated ones, and I'll use that this time as more of a barometer of what to expect. Because just like on Amazon, you should read the user reviews. Don't you agree, Alex?
Yeah. I don't know. The whole teacher rating thing was just becoming a thing right as I was getting out of school, so I just never paid any attention to it.
Yeah, kind of the same with me. I remember looking at the same site before, but it was just like, it's not really going to help in my podunk town anyway. So
that's where Secret of Evermore was set.
But now I'm right in smack dab in San Jose.
Fun!
One of the biggest cities in America.
And they got the famous shark that bites a hockey stick into, right?
Yes, they do.
That's
Boy,
cool.
do they.
Have you seen him on the street?
Yes,
No,
actually.
because he can't survive there.
Well, I was going to say, yesterday I had to walk all the way downtown to the arena where the train station also is and pick up my wife's car. So that was fun.
That would, like, as a very young child, that was always the most, I don't know, maybe the reason I never got into sports, when I was a young child, it was very disappointing to me, and maybe the reason I never really got into sports, that, like, you see all these cool mascots, like bears and dragons and tigers, and you go to a game and it's just guys.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's not fun for me.
But you did go to Japanese baseball games, the Chunichi Dragons, right?
I was into Japanese baseball for a while, because a girl I was dating at the time was really into the Chunichi Dragons.
Only to impress a girl?
No, but we went to the game together, and even after we broke up, I still followed the team, because it was interesting to me. I don't know, Japanese baseball, it's like Japanese wrestling. It's just, there's something fundamentally about it that's more interesting than the American counterpart. Speaking of Japanese wrestling, we watched Wrestle Kingdom on January 4th and 5th. That was super fun. Our boy Naito finally winning, two belts. Tetsuya Naito, won, he now holds 2 belts, and really it was his last chance because he's 38, and if he didn't win it this year, he was never going to win it. So, I had fun watching slams. It was a fun 2-day beef carnival.
How much of that is predetermined, though, in Japan?
Oh, all of it. It's professional wrestling. It's all scripted.
Okay.
I mean, the matches, the outcomes are predetermined. And usually there are specific like beats, sometimes story beats that they have to hit during the match. But other than that, a lot of it is improvised, I believe. Okay.
That's fine. I was just like, you made it sound a bit like there was something else to it, but okay.
Well, no, but it's like, I don't know. It's like watching an episode of a scripted TV show. Like
but it's like, the guy was 38, so they had better give him his belt soon.
well,
that's what it is, really.
Well, because they're not, like, even in the script, they're not going to give the belt to an older guy. Because the whole basis of the industry is to sell t-shirts.
Yeah.
And, they put the most popular person on a t-shirt, and they want to put younger guys on the t-shirts.
I've heard of this tactic, yeah.
Yes. So they're not, like, 38, I think, he's just, like, coming up on the high, he's coming up on the ceiling for being on a t-shirt. A best-selling t-shirt, I should say.
Okay. Sure.
Anyway, good times. He deserved to win. It was fun to watch. However, our big, giant, stupid beef machine, Kota Ibushi, somehow lost both of his matches, which I don't understand, because he is, IRL, he is the beefiest, bulkiest dude who could snap any of those guys in half. He lands on his neck for a living. He's made of liquid metal. He's an amazing athlete, and he lost twice in a row.
Guess he just wasn't supposed to be that beefy that week.
I don't know. Go into options, crank up the beef slider. That's how they made him.
Yeah.
Anyway, looking forward to more slam times.
Ray, I'm literally rattled and panicked.
Me too.
Well, what's next?
Final Fantasy, is it 6?
Yes. Oh, sorry. We've already talked about that.
Oh, yeah. I watched The Naked Director on Netflix recently.
Leslie Nielsen, O.J. Simpson.
New. It's a bit newer than that.
Okay.
It's a Netflix original.
What is that about? Okay.
It's a Japanese drama about Toru Muranishi, who was the revolutionary adult video guy.
Okay.
He broke the barriers of porn, and it's a very dramatized story about him. It's several episodes of this.
Before he showed up, the law mandated that you had to wear clothes.
Well, kind of.
Really? Wait, okay, get into this.
The whole thing is about him making new kinds of porn that shows real sex in real situations. Because before this, in the early 80s, and before that, I guess, Japan had it where people had to cover their genitals and wear these knobby prosthetics and basically just fake sex. Just completely fake it 100%. And so, if you you tried to do anything more than that, you could get arrested. But he was the one who dared to dream, and was basically just
dare to cream.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
They should have called it that. It was based on his book Zenra Kantoku. So
okay, yeah, Sanran Kagura. Yeah,
well, not quite. That one's even a bit more so.
I don't know. No.
So it stars what's his name? Takayuki Yamada.
Okay,
quite a famous actor in Japan. He's our age. I like him. He's pretty good in it. Yeah, but there's a lot of weird parts that are very like what I would call now just like Netflix fictionalizing. Like there's parts of episodes that are quite clearly untrue. Like the part where there's two executives sitting in the office of like the rival porn guy. The big boss who's been in charge of the industry for so long. And these two executives are like apparently from the VCR company, and they are thanking him for having his porn basically lift up their video format, which probably didn't happen. I mean, the meeting part of it. I mean, people always say, well, VHS only was so popular because of porn and stuff, which is probably partly true, but not something that they would actually acknowledge,
People said the same thing about DVD. They said DVD blew up because of porn.
Well, they say it about everything, it's just one of those fucking stupid things now that people say.
It's because, yeah.
But they, they made a scene out of this. It's just like, no, that's just to entertain the viewer in it. But, I knew better. Trust me.
You knew better.
There's things like that. And, well, apparently they also like completely, like his Hawaii story. Like he got arrested in Hawaii for shooting like 30 videos in 30 days. But in the show, it's just like,
what?
Well,
no, you get a medal for that.
Yeah. He was a crazy guy. But
why was he arrested for shooting 30 videos in 30 days?
I think it was just an obscenity thing. I don't know exactly. But in the show, he goes to Hawaii to just film like one movie with like one famous American actress or whatever. But, he just gets caught shooting porn. And also the cops in Hawaii are racist against Japanese, even though you can clearly see one of the cops has a Japanese last name on his badge. So that's really weird. It's just like, it's just like egregious stuff like that. And, it's, it's supposed to be, I guess, goofy in that sense, but, it was an all right show. It's certainly very graphic. My wife and I enjoy watching the Japanese shows, especially on Netflix every once in a while, like your Terrace House and Midnight Diner. I was kind of afraid to watch this with her though. It got, a bit too sexy.
Oh, are you sure? Graphic. Are you sure you were not accidentally on Netflix?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But they got legitimate actor like the Yamada guy.
All right.
So it was a real actual big deal. And apparently now they're going to do a season 2, and I can't imagine where that could possibly go because it seems like they kind of wrapped up the story pretty well. It's like, yeah, he was a revolutionary, and now he's on to greater things. But I mean, what else to do? I guess they'll just have to come up with some more wacky plot lines.
We could do that.
But I would check it out, give the first couple episodes a watch, see if you like it.
How about they try to style it after like an 80s sitcom? Like he's agreed to shoot 2 porns at the same time, so he's got to keep like going back and forth between them. One of the porns offers him alcohol, and then he has to have a talk with Uncle Jesse.
One of the porns.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I don't know.
Well, the other main character is like this woman who like basically became his muse. I looked up the actress's name, and apparently she was the same. She's also the lead in the 7-minute commercial for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
What?
Square Enix put out this 7-minute like mini movie just like about a month or so ago, like on the web or something. It's like a very long commercial. It's like a dramatic story about about being nostalgic for FF7 and about a man who's never played it before. Can you believe it?
Those don't exist.
Exactly. But that's why it's fiction.
Why didn't they make it 7 minutes and 77 seconds long?
Well, this isn't one of your podcasts, Alex.
Damn it!
This isn't 7 and 7.
I did do a 7 and 7 though.
Yeah, I know you did.
That's right. Yeah.
Wrong series though.
Sorry.
Maybe we can bring that back now on the network. How about that?
Oh, 10 and 10?
Greenlit Podcast Network, 10 and 10.
11 and 11? I don't know. It's, well, the only reason it was a podcast is because I didn't have the capability to stream at the time.
Yeah.
And now I did 11 and 11 for a while, but it was just like the video editing got to be too much and I just kind of gave up on that.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you edited it? Oh, that's right.
Well, not really.
Oh, that's right. You put a picture of an enemy at the end of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Meowgy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good job. Did you watch anything on Netflix? You were back home. I imagine you consumed a lot of media.
I did not.
Wow.
I meant to watch The Mandalorian, and I never got around to doing that.
I see.
Like, I can't watch it from Japan because reasons. And
Did you see the new Star Wars movie?
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that, have we?
Well, I haven't seen it. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
It's a movie. Yeah.
I'm not a fan, so I really have no pressure to watch it. So.
Yeah, it's like I was excited after 7 because episode 7 I was like, all right, yeah, it's basically a retelling of A New Hope, but they're leading into a new franchise, new characters, new stuff. It's gonna be great. And then 8 kind of dropped the ball. I'm like, ugh, well, maybe 9 can make up for that, and it did not.
I definitely felt weird
fun.
watching these new trilogy movies, though, because I was like, I distinctly remember just like sitting in the theater watching Last Jedi, like, you know, one of the climactic moments where it's like Luke fighting Kylo Ren, and I'm just like, this looks like a fake movie from another movie. You know, this is like,
yeah,
it's like watching that. It's like, or like seeing that Batman versus Superman poster in Gemini Man, or no, excuse me, what's the other one? What's the older one? What's that other movie with Will Smith?
What?
I Am Legend?
Oh, yeah.
There's like a billboard that's for like a Batman versus Superman movie because it takes place in the future back then, but that movie wasn't out yet. So it was just like, yeah, it feels like one of those fake movies. Like I feel like I'm in a simulation.
Yeah, it's, well, I've said this before, but most of episode 8 to me felt like an episode of a Star Wars Saturday morning TV show.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean too.
It felt like, let's go to Casino Planet. Oh, and now these animals are stampeding, and we got to find the guy. And it's like, I don't care. Like, this is a filler episode.
But basically, just that huge moment where it's just like old Luke Skywalker versus his friend's son. And I'm just like, wow, geez, man.
That too. And then it turns out he wasn't even there. He was literally spirit phoning it in.
Yeah. Yeah. No one can shave that fast,
right?
But they got beard trimmers on that little island he was on?
I don't think so.
Give me a break.
They probably teach themselves how to do it with a lightsaber, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
You gotta be real careful, though. Oh, what if he did have a tiny razor that was a lightsaber that he built?
Oh, I like that.
Like, instead of the razor blade, it's just a tiny little lightsaber thing.
We could probably still, you know what? We could probably still pitch that. You know, I mean, they have these comic books and stuff. We could add some more. We could make it canon.
Oh, man, what are some other everyday things we can substitute lightsabers for?
Oh, watering cans.
Watering cans? Toothbrush? No. Nail clippers.
Rototillers.
Rotoscoping.
Well, no. That's a film technique.
Yeah. Well, whatever do they use rototillers to core a lawn? Is that how they do that?
Core?
I don't know. Yeah, like when you aerate a lawn, you just dig holes and then you leave the little core out. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think tilling does that anyway, but it doesn't.
What I'm saying is the lightsaber has a lot of practical landscaping
it's not like
applications.
cutting an onion.
Okay, you could use it to cut onions.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, it's got a lot of uses in the kitchen, I would assume.
Let's make some lightsaber fajitas.
Yes!
It's my geek cooking channel.
Okay, stop.
Sorry.
You could, if you need to heat up, like, if you need to boil water or if you're making ramen or something, you just stir it with a lightsaber.
Oh, yeah. It heats as you stir.
Right, exactly. Oh, you could use it if you're too far from the TV and you need to press a button, you could.
Right. Well, I mean, if it's off.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, Star Wars, you don't need to see it.
The only Star Wars thing I was interested in is that they released a prototype of like a Genesis port of Super Star Wars recently. That was it.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. That's about it. And a prototype of the Akira game.
What? Wait, the Famicom one?
No, Genesis.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Genesis one.
Yeah, they were like, there was Western-made Akira games that THQ was going to release and got
you talking
super
about Toy
canceled.
Headquarters?
Yes, the very same.
All right. The only game of theirs I believe I own is Rocky and Bullwinkle on the NES.
Oh boy, one of the stellar ones too.
Yes, what a classic.
Yeah, I was suckered by them a few times, yeah.
Oh no.
I originally had Race Driving on the Super NES because I love the arcade machine so much. I did not love that super slow and crappy Super NES version. But then I didn't learn my lesson and also bought Pit Fighter on Game Boy.
Race Driving is fun because if you mumble it, it kind of sounds like Ray's Driving, which also describes you playing the game.
And I was.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you play on Game Boy?
I bought Pit Fighter on Game Boy.
Ooh.
Yeah, you can just hang up.
Okay, yeah. Hang on, I get it. Hi, I'm back.
Video games,
they're fun. The show's not about them,
That very
we
first
like them.
Nintendo. You understand what I mean by that?
I do. Guess who was on that? You got a Wrecking Crew. You got, that's all.
That's right. Was that Alabaster Freshwater sneaking in there?
I think so. Yeah, I own all one Nintendo game.
Yeah. The first draft of the Wizard. No Wrecking Crew?
You got 50,000 points in Wrecking Crew? Oh. He touched my Wrecking Crew now.
He knocked his block off.
Oh, blocks. And knocking them off.
Yeah, well, I think I know what our new listeners expect now from the show, so, yeah.
That's good.
Do you have any Mortal Kombat stuff?
I do. Check it out. Sonya Blade. Oh, she's good.
Well, Alex, do we have any fan fun or something like that?
This may surprise you. We do not.
All right.
So yeah, normally this is the part of the show where we do fan fun. We, if someone's liked the Facebook page, I'll make a funny thing out of your name, which I haven't done for this episode, but I should have. If we get any fan mail, we'll read it here. If we get any over nerds, we read them here, folks. Over nerds are just the cringiest encounters you've ever had with nerds. The only way they're going to reform is if we shame them. So please send in your over nerds to nomorewhoppers@gmail.com.
That's right. Shaming is the answer, especially here on No More Whoppers.
Yeah. I mean, I've pointed this out before. Like, I'm not trying to alienate people. We're not shitting on nerds in general because we're all nerds here.
That's why it helps if it's like way in the past,
right?
If the story's way in the past, you're allowing time for someone to grow and heal. So
yeah,
it's usually better if it's like
absolutely.
back then.
But we're all nerds here. But this is to showcase nerds with no sense of how to act around other people, or just doing embarrassing affectations are a big one. Some of those, like, I mean, when I was in high school, I wore a fedora. Spoilers. And I didn't carry a backpack. I carried like a messenger bag, and I had a long black coat, not a trench coat, but it was like a wool, like a long. My mom said I looked like a rabbi, so just imagine that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shalom.
But yeah, that was me. Shalom Shabbat. That was me in high school. Bad times at Fraioli High. So if you've got stories of you being a nerd, send them on in. Let's recover together. We're all recovering.
Your mom made that rabbi comment in the hall because she was the principal of the school. It's Fraioli
That's
High,
true.
So.
Oh man, that's our animated series, and we go to the same school. One of our teachers is disbarred.
Uh-huh.
Man, that'd be great. Let's do that. Joel is one of our friends.
Yeah, well, he is in real life.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of embarrassing affectations,
yeah. Oh, the drops.
That's the show.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, no, that's just the show.
Fuck.
Yeah. Hey, well, listen, I would like to bring up one more video game. I believe it just came out in Japan.
Oh.
The new version of a game called
The Yakuza, the Japanese mafia.
Thank you. It's as of today, it is Thursday.
Hey, it's another game with 7 in the title.
You just
7 and 7. Yakuza 7.
Yeah, okay, that's what you're talking about. All right. Came out today. I saw yesterday that our good buddy John Riccardi did a Furaingugetto, and he got a copy yesterday.
That's practically
Some shops
out.
It's officially out today, but he got an early copy yesterday because someone broke street date. Tisk tisk.
Oh, one of those basement shops.
And I've been thinking about picking up a copy for the bar, or do I want to wait for the English version? Because I'm not the biggest Yakuza fan, but I have some patrons who are Yakuza fans, but they're Yakuza fans, not necessarily Ryuga Gotoku fans. So I might just end up waiting for the English version. Also, money's real tight right now, so I'm probably not going to buy it.
Okay, that sounds fine.
Even though I want to play it.
Isn't what usually happens to you is that someone either buys the game for you or just they buy it and then bring it in and play it themselves at the place?
The case of Western releases, yes. By which I mean English releases of Japanese games, yes. But Japanese titles, usually no. Unless it's an anime fighter. My good friend Matt Bow, who comes into the bar every Friday, sometimes he'll donate, because he's really big into playing anime fighters in the arcades, and sometimes he'll bring in After Night in Birth or whatever, and he'll play that for a while. Which is fun. Thank you. Yeah, Afterbirth. That's the one.
No,
it's fun. And I don't like anime fighters. I like 2D fighters, but I don't like anime fighters. But I like watching him play them because he's good at them and he's fun. He's a fun boy.
Yeah, they're all right. I like that Blaze Blue Cross Tag
BlazBlue. That's another biggie. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I also got a lot of Matt and Tom are also into that Guilty Gear series. I got a couple of those.
They have a new anime fighter just about to come out too.
What?
The Grand Blue Fantasy game.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, based on that mobile game.
Based on the popular sign.
No, not the gas station.
Oh, sorry. Sunoco!
I play all my games at the gas station.
You know what else I'm excited for is Animal Crossing, believe it or not.
Wow.
Mostly because my wife is really into Animal Crossing, and it would be a fun game for us to play together.
Oh, yeah. I'm not that lucky.
But, well, the thing is, my Switch is at work, and my Switch Lite is at home, and I kind of wanted us to play on the TV, and I don't want to have to bring my old school Switch home every day just for us to play. But I need it.
Looks like you're buying a third Switch.
Oh, fuck! Not again! No! No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, yeah, you know what's really gotten
your gears?
Rankling my ire? Yeah.
Yeah, what's up?
The Grandia collection on the Switch is apparently bad. The Grandia 1 port is really good. I finished Grandia on the Switch a couple months ago.
Serviceable. I'll call it serviceable.
It's fine. I had not played it since it came out, late 90s. It had been a while.
Oh, I thought you meant the remaster.
No, and then because I played the original when it came out, but I never finished it.
Okay.
And this version I finished for the first time. It was really cute, very nice JRPG. And I started up Grandia 2, and everything's fine. And it's me. I'm a geohound, a word a Japanese guy made up because he thought it meant something. And I got a bird. His name's Sky because that's where birds live.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I get
not Sora?
No. And then I get my second character. She's Girl-chan. She's in my party. She's got healing spells, and everything's great. And it's just like I remember, because I love the original on the Dreamcast. I got that Christmas 2000, I believe. And I love the hell out of that game. I finished Grandia 2 very quickly because I just ripped right into it, had so much fun, and I'm so excited to replay the game, and I'm progressing in the game, and I get my third character, and suddenly every fucking battle slows to a crawl.
Whoa! What?
It is unplayable. Apparently, they based this version off the PS2 port, and the PS2 port had a horrible slowdown in battle. Which
in turn was probably what the PC version was based on.
But I've heard the PC version's fine.
Well, yeah, maybe. But it probably runs better just based on the fact that it is a PC.
Yeah. This port is once you get your third character, say goodbye to speed in battle because everything slows and I can't play it. And maybe I don't know if that's the kind of thing they can patch, but until they do, I can't play it. And I want to you know this about me. I am in no way any kind of stickler for performance or hardware specs. I don't care if things run less than smooth, but this is noticeably chunky.
Jeez,
it is not great.
Oh, man. Well, I'm not there yet. I'm still playing the first one.
I've heard that the problem might be less bad if you're playing docked. But guess why I bought a Switch Lite to play in bed all the time?
Yeah. Jeez.
The only way I could
Nothing
play
fixes it. Like not even if you like reboot the system.
No, try that.
It's not like a caching problem.
No.
Oh, boy.
So yeah, if I want to play docked, I would have to do it at work because that's where my OG Switch is. And no, I want to play in bed because RPGs.
I did not know they screwed it up that badly.
It's if I'm missing something, and I don't know what it could be, but maybe I am. If anybody has any, if you have any information about this missing person, please call me at Patui. That's Pitohui. Or you can also contact Robert Stack because I'm sure they've done an episode of Unsolved Mysteries about this before.
Well, I guess you'll just have to play another RPG.
I'm playing FF9. We've talked about
this. There's a real
this.
dearth of those on the Switch. Let me tell you. Ooh,
hey,
boy.
I got games.
Yeah, I know.
Have you ever seen the movie He Got Game? It's talking about me about Final Fantasies.
Yeah, for sure. I was kind of wishing that they would port like the PSP version of 4 to the Switch.
Yes, that
complete collection. That seems like a shoe-in.
Our aforementioned man in Hokkaido, Alex, he just bought a new. I think it was the FF4 PSP, the limited edition one. Which I didn't know if he knew this, but it came with FF4 in the system. And it was just kind of like a nice bonus. But yeah, that is my definitive version of FF4. It's beautiful.
I think everybody agrees with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I did not care for the DS remake, but the PSP version is so good.
That's the one they ported all the time.
Why
so
though?
The only one you can get now.
No. I don't like.
I have it on my Amazon Fire TV.
I have it on my list of games not to play.
Yeah. I have it in my fireplace.
Wow. Wow, you can really feel Rubicant.
Yeah. So, I feel like they should just port that PSP version to the Switch. It seems
Yeah.
like a shoe-in.
I would buy that day one. It's so and like the base game is all you need, but it also comes with FF4 The After Years, which is the phone sequel that's not great, but it's all right.
Was it on phone first? I can't remember.
Yes, it was first on Japanese cell phones. And it came out in episodes.
And then on WiiWare.
Yes. That was the first time it was available in English, I believe. And then I don't know if it was for the release of the PSP collection, but they had it in their heads like, well, we got to make some kind of interstitial content to bridge FF4 and the After Years, and they made like an interquill to put in between those two, and it feels like I've said this before. I don't know if it was on the show or not, but it feels like somebody won a Square Enix contest to make their fan fiction a reality because it's awful. It's really bad.
How long is that?
It's very short. It's very short, but it feels like they came up with it in an afternoon and they're like, well, I guess this will have to do. So you can skip that. And honestly, I didn't care much for the After Years. You can skip the After Years, but I mean, if you really crave...
It's funny.
What?
You just made an Afterbirth joke like 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
You didn't even use it with this yet.
No, because I've already made it.
Oh, well. It was a different context.
Fuck!
I was just thinking, like,
What were you thinking, Ray?
Nothing, sir.
Fuck! Alright. So yeah, play FF...
Did I tell you I'm Italian? Let me restate that.
That's it, full stop. Play FF, it's great. Only don't play 13 or 15 though. It's
10 years old.
What is 13?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wow. I remember buying 13 day one when it came out in Japan.
And then selling it day 2.
No, there was a period of about a week where I was trying to convince myself I loved it, and then the harsh reality set in that I don't like this. Mm-hmm. That was the very first time an FF had disappointed me.
The very first time.
And not the last.
How about Mystic Quest?
I love Mystic Quest.
Wow. Of course you did.
Mystic Quest is great. I wish they would re-release Mystic Quest and add like a hard mode.
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone has ROM hacked it.
Oh, absolutely.
To do that already.
I've been meaning to play that. Someone made an FF6 hard mode ROM hack that I really want to try.
All right.
Because apparently
you can't get enough.
I cannot get enough. I'm a big fan of 6. How about 6? 6 is good. It's a fantastic game.
God damn it. Gotta get that drop next.
Icky Nutty Seinfeld. And yes, as far as 16-bit RPGs go, it might be my favorite one. No, it's definitely my favorite one.
All right.
Although I will occasionally do a Dragon Quest III remake challenge run. The solo hero run on the Super Famicom is surprisingly easy. If anybody's trying to get into Dragon Quest challenge runs, the remake of 3 has a really fun solo hero run.
If anybody who's listening to No More Whoppers
I know there's a lot.
happens to want to get into Dragon Quest III challenge runs.
Who doesn't, though? It's fun.
Anybody at all.
It's fun. There's some fun glitches you can exploit. See, here's the thing, though. You cannot do that run on... As far as I know, that run is impossible to do on the Famicom or the NES if you do an original DQ3. Because the bosses... every boss in the original 8-bit DQ3 has invisible HP regen every round. Like, the last boss regains 100 hit points every round. But it's invisible.
Well...
But
I have it on Switch.
Well,
would that apply?
Which version of it is it on Switch?
It's based on the mobile ones.
Oh, then that's fine. Because the only version with invisible HP regen is the 8-bit original. Every remake does away with that and just gives the bosses more HP, so you can just whittle it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
You're neat.
Thanks. You too.
Ray, let's be friends.
We were.
Oof.
This whole time.
Harsh. Fuck.
If you didn't know. Again, not a video game show.
No, we're not. Except it's pretty much almost what we've talked about the entire time.
I heard you got on the Japanese pension or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
And you didn't like that?
Hang on, I dropped the thing. You can play the Butterfingers drop.
All right. I don't think I have it readily available here, though.
Well, you better find it. You could just cut this out.
Because, I could still just stall like this and as I try and look for it maybe and see if anything changes in the way that turns out for me, but maybe not. I don't know. It's not really looking too good here for me. I don't think it's really coming up on the right tab of the soundboard here. It's going to be quite a long journey. To try and find this. There it is.
I put my
classic.
I put my headphones back on and you were still talking. All right. So long story short, for folks who are just joining us, I've been in Japan for 13 years. And
congratulations.
Thank you. The first 8 years I spent as an English teacher because I forgot to quit and I kept doing it.
That's a good light novel title.
It is. I was. And then 5 years ago, I opened a video game bar, which is now, for legal purposes, also a used video game shop. See Last-ish. I don't know. You're gonna have to, re-listen to that saga through old episodes, I guess.
Yeah.
Long story short, Nintendo was shutting down video game bars, and to dodge legal action, I applied for a used goods business license because under Japanese law, you are allowed to try out used merchandise before you buy it. So the pretense here is, you can come in here and order a beer, and if you want to maybe buy a video game, you can test it out on these machines before you buy it. Spoilers, in the past year, I've sold 4 video games. But the point of this is when I incorporated the bar and I quit my previous job, I got off the pension system because that was all handled by my previous employers. Previous employers handled health insurance and me paying into the pension.
Previous employers paid into the pension, yes.
The Penske file. And, I have no frame of reference for this outside of Japan because this is the only place I've ever held a job outside of Arby's or the public library. Alex Facts.
He's not kidding.
I'm not. I also worked at a gym. I worked the desk at a gym.
Well, you did some freelance news posts on a game website.
I mean, like in a physical space.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yes, I did freelancing.
To do it at home.
Well, in a Japanese company, or maybe just in a company in general, I don't know. You pay half of your health insurance and half of your pension, and your company pays the other half.
Right. Okay.
And so I'd been doing that for 8 years, and then I incorporate this business, and boy, they're not really good about reminding you to get back on those systems. So
all right.
For a couple, I was only off health insurance briefly. I got back on health insurance. Which is not awful. I think I pay like 11,000 yen a month for pretty full coverage. But I never got back on the pension system. And I kept getting these letters from the pension office that got increasingly angry. One of them showed up on fire.
Yeah, some guys are coming.
So goons, hired goons. They would have stickers on them that said "urgent, open immediately" in Japanese. And what I had been doing since I opened the bar was anytime I got anything in my mailbox relating to finances or taxes, I would take a photo of it and I would send it to my accountant and I would say, "Is this important?" Mm-hmm. And his response would always be, "No, throw it away. I take care of that." So I would throw it. And I guess he looked at it too quickly because I sent him one that said urgent, open immediately. And he said, "No, that's fine. I take care of that." So I threw it away and I thought nothing of it. And then, flash forward 4 more years. 4 more years! And I get another one in the mail, and I'm like, you know what? I keep getting these. Why do I keep getting? And I open it up, and it says, it's like, "You are hereby mandated to appear at the pension office on the second floor between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Between January 2nd and January 10th."
Oh, beautiful.
And I'm like, oh, that ain't good. So I actually, this was last year. My wife and I showed up, and I'm like, "Yeah, I got this letter, and it looks bad." And they were very nice. They're just like, "Yeah, it's fine. Just take a seat. We'll be right with you." And the guy's like, "Yeah."
And then a bunch of guys in suits came out and pulled me away.
A very nice guy in a suit came out and was like, "Hey, you got to get on the pension system, man. Here's some forms." And I'm like,
"Let me rap with you about the pension system."
Yeah. He did the whole thing, like backwards chair, backwards cap.
Yeah, backwards chair.
Yeah. So you got off the pension system.
Yeah.
So he gives me these forms, and I take them home, and I fill them out, and I play FF14 in front of them for a year as they sit on my coffee table. And during this time, I get a month ago, I get another angry letter from the pension office. It was like, "Hey, idiot, remember us?"
This one's made out of black onyx. It's just...
It was... You know what happened was, so my bar is under basement. My bar is my bar is in the basement. And while I was away one night, they knocked down the wall. They installed a window just so they could throw a brick with a note tied to it through the window. So, yeah, I open up this thing, and it's like, "What are you doing? Come on down. We got to do this." So I go down.
They're so pleasant.
I go down by my. Well, this is a summary. I go down. I went down.
Like, come on, what are you doing?
I went down by myself last week, and I'm like, "Hi, sorry. Yeah, I didn't turn that in, did I?" And they're like, "No, you didn't." So I'm like, I'll get on it this time for real. And they're like, "All right, fine. Here's an updated application. Here's all you need." And I'm like, "Cool. I'm gonna meet with my accountant. I'm gonna go through these numbers. I'm gonna fill out this application. I'll mail it off to you." And they're like, which I did, by the way. I did all that. I met with my accountant. We figured out.
Oh, okay.
They
didn't announce like another FF14 event that you just had to. Okay.
Yeah. Pension comes to Eorzea.
Wow, I got to queue up for this.
Yeah, man. You know what? I never beat the FF10 optional super boss Pension, and I really meant to. It just seems like a hard fight.
And then Ultima Pension.
Anyway, yeah. Long story short, I finally got it all sorted. I'm on the pension system, or I will be. But here's what worries me. I when I went down last week, and I told the guy, "Sorry, I'm off the system. I need to get on it." He says, "That's fine." I brought with me any pertinent documents I thought I might need, including my pension book. They give you like a booklet to keep track of the money that's in your pension.
Oh, the golden book.
It's a blue book.
Look up your car price.
It's called a Nenkin Techo, and yeah, I got it when I started at Nova 13 years ago, and I still had it. And I asked the guy, like, "Hey, so I got this pension book, like, when I came to Japan. Is this still the number? Is this still my pension account number?" And the guy's like, "Oh, hang on, I'll look it up." And I see the guy, in the back of the office, and he's typing the number on my book into the computer. And then he gets a look on his face that says, "That can't be right." Oh. And so he types it in again, and he just kind of shakes his head, and he comes back, and he's like, looks like you haven't paid into it in 5 years." And I'm like, "Motherfucker!" Damn it, I thought they knew that already.
Yeah.
And so I unwittingly outed myself to the pension office, pretty much.
Right. Jesus Christ.
So now they know that First of all, how did they not know that already? Second of all, now they do know. So there's a possibility I'm going to be getting a bill for upwards of 1 million yen in the near future. Because
holy shit.
I did the math, and on the most basic ass salary, it would cost me 1 million yen to back pay 5 years of pension. But guess what? They're probably going to base it on what my salary actually was, so it's probably going to be closer to 2 million. If they decide to be assholes about it. But on the plus side, I've been in this situation before with residency tax, where I owed them like a year's worth of residency tax because I was unemployed. I just couldn't fucking pay it. Right. And they're very willing to work with you to work out a payment plan.
Okay.
At least, I mean, the residency tax office was. I don't know about the pension office. I fucking hope so. Because guess what I don't have on me? Guess how many yen I don't have on me? 2 million of them. So, and that's if I have to pay that. And I hope I don't.
Well, like I said, again, we might be running some ads here on the show, but we're going to be pretty professional about it.
That reminds me, something else. I wanted to put out a general call to our listeners. I also haven't filed
Give me money.
Well, no. Help me give money. I haven't filed my federal income taxes in the past 5 years, and the last time I didn't
racking them up.
The last time I didn't do that, I used my dad's accountant, and he took care of that. And it was still a pain scanning and translating all the documents to send to him, but we got it done. And this time, I believe he is retired. So if anybody listening is a CPA or can file federal income taxes on my behalf, rap with me. Help me get this done. I don't believe I need to file state and local taxes. I just need to file federal income tax. And you know what? I don't need to pay them. I need to file them. I need to prove to the government that I don't owe anything, because I don't owe anything, because I haven't made a USD in 13 years. But a lot of that is
I have to say, hey, how's it going? Still in Japan. Bye.
Yes. Like, why can't, like, I have proof. Why can't I just, send them a copy of my FF6 Perfect file? Look, I've been doing this in Japan the whole time. I'm not in America.
Yeah.
Okay. One quick thing I want to mention. I don't know if I mentioned this, but last year I went to the ward office to update my health insurance. And
right,
you know how Japan is notorious for this. If you're off the health insurance for a long time, they will make you back pay.
Seems to be what's been established here.
Yeah, and Japan, but like pension, I understand, because it's money that you're supposed to see again when you retire.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how insurance works.
No, not
if you're off insurance and time passes, there's no reason to back pay for that month, because time flows linearly, just the one way into the future.
Yeah.
And I know people who have had to pay like 6 months or a year of back insurance when they get back on the system, because the government's like, oh, looks like you didn't have insurance for a year. That's right. Well, you better pay up. Why though? That's not how any of this works.
Yeah.
And it's never happened to me, fortunately. I've managed to stay on insurance all the time. But last time I was at the ward office renewing my insurance, and I overheard a poor Japanese salaryman who was getting hit with 2 years of back insurance.
Okay.
So he sits down, he's like, hi, I need to get on the insurance system because I've been off it for 2 years. And the woman's like, okay, great. So you're back on the system, and soon you're going to get a bill for the past 2 years. And he's like, no, sorry. I was living in America for 2 years. My company sent me to work in America for 2 years, so I wasn't here. And her response is, well, your company didn't tell us that. And he's like, but look, he had his U.S. driver's license on him, like dated 2 years ago. Like he had all this shit on him. Like, I've been in America for 2 years. He like calls his company up on the phone. He gives her the phone. And she's making a lot of teeth sucking noises, like, And yep. I mean, I hope it eventually got resolved. But as it stood, the scene that I witnessed, this poor dude got saddled with 2 years of back insurance because somebody in his company just decided not to tell the ward office.
Yeah.
So,
scary.
Be careful. The takeaway here is, if you're living in Japan, be careful about getting your shit in order in government offices. Just make sure all your shit is up to date, because it can really sneak up and bite you in the ass, which it may do to me very soon.
That's poop.
Mega poop.
That's some poop.
C. Everett poop.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, let's end on a high note.
Okay, what's a good high note to go out
on? That was it.
Oh.
I don't know. What else we got?
Here's a good high note. I owe a lot of money this month. Oh, that's not a high note at all.
No,
that's
no,
okay. Here's a high note.
Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Are we closing out the show?
I think so.
Awesome. Oh, you only took one break.
Let's do it.
That's fun.
Unless you want to take a second break.
What if you don't wake up?
I don't. We're done. There's no fan fun this week anyway, so we're good.
Yeah. Do you have to go to the bathroom or anything?
No, but I'm hungry, and it's 4 p.m. I got to be at work in 2 hours.
All right.
And get this, smart guy. I've been going into work 1 to 2 hours early every day to do a little bit of work on this game that I'm trying to make. A little behind the scenes look. We recorded an intro earlier that we discarded where I talked briefly about learning Python, and that's going slowly but smoothly. Learning. I downloaded. I bought Ace Sprite, which I guess is a pretty good sprite editor. And
that is true.
Trying to learn how to do that. I'm starting by downloading sprites.
You really
what?
No, I'm just surprised that you're really gung ho about doing all the parts of it. Basically.
Yes. I have.
Well, here's the thing.
What?
Here's the thing. I like pixel art. But I feel like I just don't have the capacity for it, especially at the age I am now. So
what does that mean?
I feel like I just don't have the artistic sense anymore.
Also,
it's faded away in me.
Also, you're a month older than me. Are you saying I only have a month left?
I'm saying we're the same age.
Oh, right. Thank you.
I mean, I just felt like, I've tried it. I've attempted to do it over and over, and I just feel like I can't do it.
That's fucking Gemini talk. Get out of here.
Probably. But the thing is that, I just find someone who can do it and is good at it and will do it for me and listen to me. And, that's just my thing, which is, the thing to do, by the way, for anyone who does want to try any of this stuff on their own. It's just like hire people who will do the thing that you can't.
Well, I don't know if I want to mention names yet, but I've so far approached 2 people, to do things for this game. And I've gotten tentative yeses, but not right now because they're busy. And I'm like, well, that's fine because this thing is still mostly in the notebook phase right now anyway. But I talked to one person about music and one person about character design. Now, the character design, what I would need is just, drawings that I would then, pixelize and put into the game. But I'm going for a very specific style. I don't know, and I don't know if both of those, if either of those will even pan out. I might be doing the whole thing by myself. Like what I'm doing from music right now is, I will think.
Well, why are you hanging it all on these people? Because there are lots of other talented people out there you can.
I know that these are my first choices, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So if they can't do it or if they don't want to do it, then I'll start looking elsewhere. Well, no, before I do that, I'll do it. I'll try to do it myself and see how far I get. That's kind of been my motivator this whole time is let's see how much I can do on my own before I resort to asking other people, except for these 2 because I really like what they do. What I've been doing for music so far is I've downloaded a music sequencer and I'm just kind of playing around in it. For melodies, usually when I'm in the shower, I will think of a good melody that I like, and so that I don't forget it, I will repeat it to myself over and over until the shower is over. Then I will get out and I will run to my phone and I will record myself singing it into the voice memo app, and then eventually put that into the sequencer. So if someone were to steal my phone, they would find about a dozen recordings of me. They're just I'm scatting and bebopping all over the place. So look forward to my Cowboy Bebop RPG.
Yeah, let's keep your password safe.
So that's me right now. And then I mentioned
that's great.
Trying to learn Python, but also raging at the parts of the tutorial that are not obviously pertinent to game design.
And as I told you, find one that's pertinent to game design.
I know, but
use that.
I specifically searched for Python for making RPGs, and I did not get anything.
You're not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be that specific.
Fuck off.
You said you're working in RenPy,
Well,
visual novels,
I downloaded Ren'Py and I went through the tutorial, but something I realized about Ren'Py is it really, like, it's good to have at least a basic fundamental understanding of Python before you use Ren'Py, because a lot of it is based in Python.
I'm saying go find a tutorial that is made for Ren'Py in terms of making, something from beginning to end.
I know. Okay, Raymond, let me put this in terms you'll understand.
Okay. Boy. Let me put you in terms I understand.
No. What does that mean? What I'm saying is...
In that you get mad at me and yell at me a lot.
What I'm saying is, for example, is I want to learn how to do a kickflip on a skateboard, and what you're telling me to do is look for a tutorial on how to do a kickflip on a skateboard. But where I am right now is I'm still leafing through a dictionary wondering what the fuck a skateboard is, okay? That's where I am right now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that was my kickflip, by the way. So yeah, it's a process. Thank you for, join me on this journey, won't you? Thank you.
I guess a secondary piece of advice is don't hang on to one resource.
Right.
Because if you get frustrated by one, try and look for others.
Right. Because I watched a 4.5-hour Python tutorial on YouTube, and the guy's very good. He laid things out pretty clearly, but there's a lot of functions within Python that on the surface do not seem related to game design. So, but I'm trying to think, like, when would I use this? Would I use this? Like, he showed me how to make a list, and then there's a function to have that list display backwards. So fucking what? When am I ever going to put that in my game? I don't know. Maybe I will use it somehow. It's a process.
That's just typical teacher stuff, right? I mean, that's just like...
I guess.
It's like how a teacher works. It's just like, let's teach you this funny way to do it, even though it's not practical and you won't be using it.
Yeah.
But,
like
you have to get you thinking about it.
Another example of that is like, here, write out a word. So I write out Patui, and then it's like, here's a function that will tell you, if you put in a letter, it'll tell you where that letter is in your word. So I type in P, and it spits out 1, and I'm like, I know that. What does that do for me? And what am I using that for?
Yeah.
But I feel like, well, I better learn this because it might be necessary to a more complex function that I might need. I don't know.
Maybe. Oh boy, I've been upset at my own bad programming for the last couple of days now, trying to figure something out. So I have a third piece of advice for you, which is, just don't do it. Don't do any of this.
I am going to swiftly ignore that advice.
It's not worth it.
It is
really frustrating.
Raymond, but guess what? I'm frustrating.
On the bright side, I got so mad I ended up doing like an angry workout and
oh wow,
burned a lot of calories.
That's pretty good. Yeah. So yeah, look for Patui Quest Mobile in stores next year.
Well, if it's on mobile, it won't be in stores.
It's also not going to be out next year.
It's going to be on the.
I want to try to do this as like I guess the initial release would just be like a Steam thing. But I mean, eventually, I'd like to have it on consoles. But who knows? Who knows where this will go? Let Raymond join me on this journey.
No, I got my own journey.
Fuck.
I don't want to help you top me. What is that? Get out of here.
Fuck.
I'm just kidding.
Fuck. Kidding. Let's go save the crystal.
I'll help you as best I can, but for God's sakes, just try and keep yourself grounded, and don't get delusions of grandeur. That's all.
Guess what? I already got him.
It's not going to help.
No, it's. I've noticed that my delusions have been getting more and more grounded as my as I keep scrawling into my planning notebook as details keep getting hammered out.
As the scrolls get scrawlier.
Yes. Oh, guys, check out my magazine scroll.
Oh. Shut up.
Like I've got a list of characters and themes and like how I want the game to flow and how I want the plot to move, and as those things sort of get ironed out, I'm starting to get a clearer image of what it is I'm trying to make, and that's kind of helping keep me grounded. Focusing on details, I guess, is keeping me grounded.
Check it out. Here's my game. It's an RPG. It stars this boy named Sora. He's 17 years old.
Wait.
He's got blonde hair.
Right.
He's from a fishing village.
No.
One day, the marauders come and burn down the village.
Ray.
He's upset. He's the only one
Raymond.
left. He goes out into the
Raymond.
world, journeying for some sort of he meets a fairy sprite. And
Ray!
Yeah, what's up?
That's Red Dead Redemption.
Oh.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we do. Folks, thank you for listening to No More Whoppers. And if it's your first time and you made it this far, congratulations, you get nothing. But we can get something from you, and that is your love and attention. One of the ways to do that is to go to our website, nomorewhoppers.tumblr.com. Yes, we're still on Tumblr. Don't mention it, please. But you can give us money there. We have a donate button. Right now, you can just give us stuff through PayPal. We're still old school that way. We don't necessarily have a giant Patreon campaign.
I am trying.
yet.
I would like to get one organized and in motion soon. And
I think it is good to have just as like a secondary donation source, right? Because so many people seem to equate it with podcasts now and supporting podcasts.
That's true.
Someday we'll get on there. Alex just needs to figure out how computers work, and we'll get there.
How do I compute?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, this does not compute. Oh, by the way, I also started up a, I hate trying to pronounce stupid net things, Ko-Fi. It's Patui, just like my Twitter, Pitohui. I don't know how that works. I've received a total of $3, which the cheapest cup of coffee around here, I believe, is $4.
Well, I did the same thing, and you ripped me off, but that's okay.
Hey!
It helps if you post content on it.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Or if you're known a lot for content.
I didn't know that it was a thing that you're supposed to post content on.
Well, not necessarily, but it's just like, if you write a lot of posts or you make videos, you can treat it like Patreon and just like point people to it and be like, hey, you can send me money this way. And it's just another way to do that. But you can also actually like post things to it as, some sort of content source, but which I've tried to do. And people aren't run into that either.
All right, that's my goal for tonight's shift. Is while I'm at work, I'm going to make my first Ko-Fi post.
All right, have you seen mine? I wrote a post on there.
What'd you write?
A review of a controller.
I'm not paying for that shit.
Oh, I don't blame you. Anyway, we're on social media. We're on Facebook.com/NoMoreWhoppers. We're on Twitter as well as No More Whoppers. But that's right, you can follow us individually. Alex is...
Hi, I'm Patui. That's Pitohui. You can also follow my bar / used game shop at Critical Hit Bar, all one word. There's also a fun, quirky, out-of-context quotes account for funny stuff that I hear at the bar. That's at OOCCHQ.
I'm on Twitter as RDBAAA, and on top of all these other Twitters and Ko-Fis and Patrons and stuff, I also have a video game company, Bipedal Dog, and we made a game called Blast Rush, and that's at blastrush.com. That's on mobile right now.
It's good. Did I do the Japanese for that? I did. I think I did most of it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. If you're Japanese, play that.
And of course, you remember this so clearly because you've played the game a lot as well.
Right.
So,
yeah. Man, I got the best sword and everything. Oh yeah. I wanted to throw out a quick shout out to my guy Zan. So the guy who works at the bar on Mondays when I'm off, his name is Zan. It's actually Alexander, but that's confusing, so he goes by Zan. He has gotten into professional DMing and D&D character creation and making modules and stuff, and you should follow him on Twitter at Insanity TTRPG. That's obviously Insanity, but with an X, and TTRPG after that, no space. Check him out. He does a lot of good stuff, makes original character classes. He made a whole job pack for Halloween of spooky, scary jobs for D&D. Follow him for good stuff. Raymond, I'm rolling this D20 over to you!
Okay, great. We also have some merch. We sell shirts on our website. You can get a No More Whoppers logo shirt, or just another one that is a funny in-joke reference to an old drop that we used to play on the show.
Yeah, we need another t-shirt. We need a third t-shirt.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I do know. That's why I said it.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else? We told him about Overnerds. We told him all that. Yeah, all right. I guess that's good.
That's good.
That was a good introduction.
Good. Yes, that's a good introduction.
This is it. We're in a new era now. We're on the network and
that's
stuff.
Right. Yes, from episode 188. Is this 188?
Yeah.
All right. 188.
So close.
Here's to 188 more.
We're this close to 200. You
that's
could
right.
be there. Not you, Alex. I meant the listener.
Oh. Yeah, that's
right.
I
meant the listener. It'd be nice if you didn't come, actually. But
hey!
I'm just kidding. You know what? You've been a good sport.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Anytime.
No, thank you.
Fine.
Everybody else, keep your nose clean, and we'll see you next time. Gold subscribers, stick around till after the show. We'll be quote-unquote welcoming our new listeners with some quote-unquote hazing, in which we'll go to quote-unquote court for. 6.
I thought it was fine. That's me. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
All right, pretty good.
Hold on. Was that loud enough?
Is that a joke? I'm always loud.
No, the drop.
Yeah, no. Do it again. I'm a loaf. Yes, it's fine. I hear I'm fine.
All right, fine. It's different on the graph. That's all. It's fine.
You're different on the graph.
Okay. I'm Mark McGrath. Back to the show.